Tom Brady is back. That's right, the GOAT Tom Brady just shocked the NFL by saying that his short-lived retirement is already over and he is coming back for another season in the NFL to play quarterback again for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, as soon as he made this announcement, the odds for the Buccaneers to win the Super Bowl went from 20-1 all the way down to 10-1 at Caesars Sportsbook, okay? So is the drop in odds justified? Are the Bucs legitimate Super Bowl contenders, or is this just all Brady hype from the public? Now, I think a lot of that is going to be determined by some of the hard decisions that the Bucs are facing for this offseason with their free agency class. Here's the problem. The Bucs are facing a huge salary cap problem, and they need to figure out who they're going to retain and who they're going to let walk away, because they're just not going to be able to keep everybody. So let's go through the list of some of the guys we know who are probably gone, the ones that are locked in or they're targeting, and the ones that are kind of up in the air, okay? So first of all, we kind of have a sense that Ronald Jones, Richard Sherman, O.J. Howard, probably out the door, okay? Now, Chris Godwin, okay, we already know he's been franchise tagged, okay, for over $19 million. The key here, though, is can they work out a multi-year deal before the July 15th deadline? Because if they can, they could potentially spread out the cap hit, okay, that you'd get from him to free up a little flexibility to retain a couple more free agents. So the key is, will they be able to work out a multi-year deal with Chris Godwin before that July 15th deadline or not? Now let's move on to Gronkowski. Oh, Gronk, right? So Gronk, one of Brady's best buddies, one of his favorite weapons, he had a great season, okay? One of his best seasons since 2017. Obviously, as a receiving tight end, he's a beast. He's still a beast in the blocking game as well. So he keeps saying that his future is not going to be tied to what Tom Brady does, but come on, you know that's a huge factor. He's been linked in some talks on the rumor mill with the Titans. He's been talking up the Bengals lately, saying great things about Burrow. So does he have interest there? But look, this was all before this announcement from Tom Brady. So we're going to have to see. Now, people are estimating he could command $9 million, $10 million on the free agency market. So will he take another discount to play with his buddy and another chance at a Super Bowl? So we're going to have to see. Now, a couple other players that the Bucs have kind of really made clear that they want to retain. You got Ryan Jensen at center. He could command anywhere, they're saying, from $10 to $13 million. You got Jordan Whitehead at safety. They love his versatility. Again, estimates of maybe $7 to $8 million are kind of rough estimates about what he can command. They're saying they want to retain the guys, right? So if that's the case, that's a lot of money, right? And then it kind of raises question marks for some of the following guys. You got Ndamukong Suh, all right? Age 35, but reliable, durable, solid, still kind of that like spiritual leader, the engine on the defense, right? He's done everything you asked. He's been there, he shows up, he kind of makes your defense intimidating. Over his career, he's averaged close to $14 million, right? He took a pay cut, right? He made about, $9 million last season. It's very likely he's going to have to take an even bigger pay cut. Is he willing to do that for another chance at a contention for the Super Bowl, or will he go somewhere else and get a bigger payday, and who would blame him, right? Because he's been pretty solid. Next, you got JPP, age 33. Little different story, right? I mean, he had a great previous season, but last season, still bothered by some rotator cuff issues, on and off knee issues. So injuries have been a problem, affected his production, his availability. So knowing all these factors, he averaged, $12.5 million? Maybe I'm wrong on that, but a pretty decent chunk of change. Is he willing to take a cut? Again, are you willing to pay and kind of meet him where he's at? This one, has a bit more question mark in my mind versus Suh, which you probably want to figure out a way to retain him. So that's a question mark there. And then finally, I'm going to wrap up with playoff Lenny, Leonard Fournette. Averaging 4.5 yards a carry, over 1,200 all-purpose scrimmage yards. When it comes to the free agent class of running backs, he's actually at the top when it comes to all-purpose scrimmage yards. So he probably can command a pretty decent paycheck, right? I know people are like, well, you could just get any running back. You could get him on the cheap, just get him in the draft. Yeah, I know, but he's got experience. He's reliable in crunch time when it comes to, crucial moments in the playoffs. He's a proven winner. So that has value, right? So I feel like he could command, a decent paycheck from another team. So again, same question. Is he willing to take a discount? How much are you willing to pay for an aging running back? Versus do you just replace him with someone younger, right? You just kind of swap him out for a younger running back, arguably someone with maybe more explosiveness to kind of complement your attack. So we'll see. These are some of the tough choices that the Tampa Bay Bucs are facing. So who are they going to retain? Who are they going to let go? What's going to be the priority? All big question marks. One thing for certain is we can put the Deshaun Watson rumors to rest, because we know that's not happening anymore, and the Bucs can take themselves out of that rumor mill. So look, again, with all these things in play, we'll have to see what happens this offseason. Tough decisions ahead, but what do you think? Early on, I know it's kind of a hot take. What do you think? Are the Bucs legit? Would you place them up as your legitimate Super Bowl threats? Or are there just too many gaps, too many holes, deficiencies, and some of these free agent problems and salary cap issues? Will it just be too much of a hindrance to assemble a winner? All right, well, give me your thoughts. Leave your comments, like, subscribe, follow for more of these types of videos. Good luck, everyone, on all of your wagers this upcoming week. ParlayDoc, until next time, guys.